How's everyone doing today? I bring you a Japanese mirror with Felipeofire spawning in the southeast against VanDerDorf in the green, spawning in the north. I love casting mirrors for the simple fact that there are so many things you could potentially do since both players have the exact same tools. With that said, you know what they could do, they know what you could do. So there's a lot of room for nuance, to say the least. Little tweaks here and there to try to differentiate yourself from them and what they could be potentially doing. We do see our red Japanese player going for the stone first. This is something that I've been trying out a little bit, mining out the stone in Dark Age. Well, there's two ways you could go about this. You mine the stone in Dark Age in order to get as much gold or enough gold to either one, get a fast daimyo when you age up, or two, go for a fast second TC after age up. Since getting stone does give you gold and vice versa, it's pretty versatile, and you could even see the difference already happening from the very beginning, as where VanDerDorf is opting to go for the standard 7-3 split, 3 on gold, 7 on food, and then rally to food after. He is getting his Tuara upgrade and going for the deer hunt instead right off the bat. Oh, actually, he got his Tuara and he got survival tactics already right off the rip. So he's going to be eating up these deer really quick, as we're with our red Japanese. He's going straight for just sheep. No Tuara, no survival techniques, just going off of the sheep. Oh, he's actually doing a little bit of a split. 3 on stone, 2 on gold, instead of the 5 on stone and then aging up that way. So this is a little bit of a safer build. It still lets you go for this style though lets you go for a fast Bannerman on age up. So we'll see what he goes for, if he's going to go for the stable cavalry Bannerman, or if he's gonna go for the archer rush with the Bannerman there. We got the Korra storehouse for Felipeofire. Let's see if we see shinobis. Nope, another Korra storehouse as well. That's perfectly fine. The deer, remember that the Korra storehouse is a universal drop off as well, so he's placing it right. Felipe is placing it right next to his deers, so he could eventually just push these in, gather those, no big deal. And we have, so VanDerDorf decided to cancel his placement that he had initially, and he's opting to go straight for the wood to use it as a lumber mill. I generally do the same. I'll use it as a lumber mill as well. Major difference is right here, he's cutting himself off from what, 8? Yeah, it's gonna take a while to even get there. By then he'll probably have a few of these patches, or at least one patch gone. So he'll have 4, 7 available until he starts eating away. But either way, he still ruins himself from 4 on this side. As we're with Felipeofire, he'll have his full 8, and he's actually doing it right now. Or VanDerDorf is doing it for him, pushing in the deer patch a little bit. 3, 6. So we'll have the Korra come up for VanDerDorf first. As I said too, they've already had a lot of differences. Oh, even with the 3, he's still going to get it down. I think it's just because of the delay, the massive delay. He had his villagers walk up here as though he's going to put it in the back, and opting to put it in the front instead. If he just made that little difference, he would have came up probably about 10-15 seconds earlier, since his villagers already walked up. So we have the barracks coming out right now for VanDerDorf. No production. There it is. Okay, the stables is coming up for our red Japanese player. Bannerman first, and then he's just going to queue up a bunch of horsemen after that. Both these players are, I believe, Conqueror 2. I casted VanDerDorf like 2 days ago, I want to say. And it looks like he got on a little bit of a losing streak. Not gonna lie, he was Conqueror 3, and now it shows him as Conqueror 2. I like this little wall off right here, using it as using the gold vein here to fill in the gap. The new wall, the new walling system is really good. I've been enjoying it because it just makes it so easy now. Being able to construct these walls instead of having an awkward wall going diagonally or having a cover around it, being able to just go straight through, and then once all your resources are done, you have to keep it. Oh, he didn't finish his wall. VanDerDorf, finish your wall. Not that it really matters too much. He's not going to be able to break it down, but that's just free double damage he's getting on it. So he is going to try to... He is coming in from the other side too. No, that's just a scout checking out what he has. Samurai Geisha are going to be coming out. Those deal surprisingly well with horsemen. Not so much with the bannerman itself. Do we have any upgrades? We have +1 already through for VanDerDorf. He has to pull this back. That has a huge potential of just getting sniped. It's really low now. The villagers could actually turn on it if he pops in, get a bunch of free damage, and kill it. That was a lot of free damage when he ran under the TC. So +2 is almost done for for Felipe. 2 more barracks are coming down for VanDerDorf. Only the single production so far for our red Japanese. For some reason, I was going to call him our red Protoss player. Wow. VanDerDorf needs to pull that back. It's getting... that's so much damage right there. Is it still in range? Barely barely out of range. That was a lot of damage that got put on that right now. He is going for the 3 racks though. Most likely it's just going to be... Oh, he has a spearman queued up. Generally with this, you'll go heavy into the geisha, and then from there switch over to samurai, since they're gonna make archers. Since usually they'll make archers to deal with the geisha, but they don't deal with the samurais, you'll get +1 armor behind it as well to make them a little bit more tankier against those archers. Keep in mind that the Japanese archers do less damage as well. Okay, so he's just gonna match it. 3 barracks for 3 barracks. He still has a lot on wood compared to our green Zerg player. I was going to do it again. I was going to say green Protoss player. I don't know why I have StarCraft on the mind right now when I'm casting AoE. Anyways, anywho, we do have a little bit of a downtime right now. VanDerDorf is just gathering up as big of an army as he can at the moment. Poke in, pull him off of deer. Let's see if he responds in time. Yeah, he does. As soon as that, right before that first swing even came through, he pulled. But because of the range of the geisha, he was still able to get that attack off. The bannerman is essentially useless at this point. Second TC coming down for our red Japanese player. No more eco coming up for VanDerDorf. He's opting to just go for a feudal all-in. Just spam out as many samurais as he can. Oops, sorry about that, guys. Spam as many samurai and geisha as he can at the moment. Does he have his plus? He still doesn't have his +1. I mean, excuse me, his +2. He is getting the +1 melee armor though, just so he could fight these samurais a little bit better with his geisha. Why does it say that he had... Is it getting done somewhere else? Okay, yeah, it is. There it is. +2 is just about to finish right now. Still no bannerman though from... Oh, there it is. I missed it. How did I miss you, Mr. Katana Bannerman? He is outnumbering him essentially 3-1 at the moment. That the Uma Bannerman is gonna die pretty quickly, yeah, with no follow-up support. So this is gonna be a huge feudal all-in for VanDerDorf. Yes, he does. Felipe does have that second town center, but without the production or without the army, he's not gonna be able to do much from here. We do have one villager down a piece. He's still getting a lot of that free damage. We have a town center come up, plus a tower just popped up right now next to the town center. So his villager is going to be pretty safe for the most part. He'll have to put another house down right there just to gather the rest of those, the 2 deer that are right there pretty safely. He is almost supply blocked as well, Felipe. While we're sitting at 27 army against 9 army, 1 villager kill apiece still. We have a little bit of an engagement going on right here. He's vastly outnumbered though. Gonna just go for a couple torch throws onto that farm. Let's see what VanDerDorf is doing in the background, gathering all his berries right there. He has pulled villagers to get his boar. Both boars actually spawned on the same side too. Felipe has a full wall off on his northeast side. VanDerDorf is just still gathering up. He is on 5 racks, I think, right? Yeah, 5 racks plus 1, plus 2 attack and plus 1 armor. What do we have over here? Just a plus 2 attack so far for our red Japanese player, with plus 1 armor coming through melee armor. VanDerDorf is going to come down through the bottom again, try to pick off or even idle as many villagers as he can. I don't see how Felipe will be able to hold this if VanDerDorf decides to just fully commit. Like right here, for instance, that's just a completely lopsided fight. 33 army against 6, 40 villagers against 46, but 19 of the villagers are idled. That was a lot of damage that came in from the TC, from both TCs. Villagers are going back to work, but it's a 29 army difference at the moment. We do need to see plus 1 range. Okay, so plus 1 range actually just came through right now. Now these geisha are going to be a little tankier under turret fire or tower fire. 42 to 50 villagers, 38 army to 9. And now we see the rams coming in. Siege engineering just finished. He's going to make 2 rams. He has enough for a 3rd. And he's just going to completely push in right now. With 43 army to 10. As I said earlier, I don't see how Felipeofire will be able to hold this at all. Unless he trickles in his rams one at a time. Easily just pull your villagers, burn that down quickly, back off. The 3rd ram is just about to finish. A little bit of free damage done to the 1st ram. Doesn't really matter when you have 50 ranged armor. Felipe is gonna go in and instantly regret it when he sees the army size of VanDerDorf. I'd be surprised if Felipe doesn't call good game pretty soon. There's no way he's going to be able to hold this, especially with 3 rams focusing. The 3 rams aren't focusing his Kura storehouse any longer. I think he just F2A moved right there because they're going after farms now. Felipe's army gets completely wiped out and GG gets called. Game goes to VanDerDorf. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time.